Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
What an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment.
What if I told you Chicago Sky fans went from chanting Angel Reese is the future asterisk to Googling emotional refund policy faster than her plus-minus plummeted to the bottom of the WNBA? Her latest box score didn't just raise eyebrows, it triggered existential crises. Now fans aren't just second-guessing her stats, they're re-evaluating their life choices. Did the Sky draft a future superstar or a full-court turnover machine? Buckle up. This meltdown is less basketball game, more dramatic spiral worthy of daytime TV.
Of breaking more WNBA records, but unfortunately for Sky fans, it came in the form of a loss, 99-74. The Chicago Sky
fans are in full-on meltdown mode. And no, it's not because of a weather alert. It's the sinking realization that Angel Reese might just be the hardwood equivalent of a turnover in sneakers. The emotional spiral across the fanbase this week has been so dramatic, you'd think the team accidentally suited up a traffic cone. But no trades were made. They drafted one, gave her a locker, and even had a custom nameplate made.
The Angel Reese congregation is losing their minds. The podcasters are losing their minds. I have seen video comments. The fans of Chicago are trying to fire the coach. They're now finally calling out Angel Reese for her lack of fundamental skills. And after we witnessed what we witnessed last night in that one specific clip, holy Lord, it is getting worse.
Let's start with a stat line that might go down as one of the most brutal in WNBA history. The worst plus-minus in the entire league. That's right, Angel Reese isn't just struggling. She's out here setting new lows like it's a competitive art form. Fans aren't just questioning her game anymore. They're wondering if she's secretly running plays for the other team.
Look, we got to be honest about Angel Reese here. We've got to be honest. She can't score layups. That's a fact.
Because whatever strategy she's using, it's working for the opponents. At this point, she's not padding stats. She's erasing them like a janitor on a mission. And just when you thought it couldn't get more hysterical, Chicago Sky fans started weaponizing sarcasm like seasoned roast battle champs. One joked, Asterisk guy tried to buy an Angel Reese online, but I couldn't get it to the basket. Asterisk, that punchline has more range than her actual field goal percentage.
That. Shout out to you, Priceless. I missed this. Historically bad shootings with a E emoji. Angel Reese goes 0 for 7 from within 4 feet of the basket to tie most misses from that distance in the WNBA over the past.
Another chimed in, Asterisk waiting for her to call the fans racist for noticing she plays like a confused traffic cone on defense. Asterisk ouch. It's reached a new level of irony when her own supporters are cooking her harder than opposing defenses. Let's be real, Angel Reese can't hit layups. That's not slander, that's math. Her 0 for 7, showing from within 4 feet, tied the WNBA record for most misses at that range over the last decade. And this wasn't some dramatic collapse. It's been a slow, spiraling descent from a takeoff that was never that stable to begin with. Remember last season when she vanished down the stretch? Poof, gone. What happened to the Sky after that? Oh yeah, they started winning. It's almost like she's a reverse Lucky Charm. When she's on the floor, the scoreboard turns into a funeral march. When she's off it, ball movement, points, wins. Go figure. And no, I'm not saying she broke a record worth celebrating. Shoot out to the fan who dropped the E emoji on her shooting night. She didn't just miss, she missed with emphasis. Angel Reese came into the league with the kind of hype reserved for Marvel trailers, throwing around big talk and bigger comparisons. Now, she's logging 32 minutes with the impact of a folding chair. You'd think she was allergic to assists the way she ignores wide-open teammates on the perimeter waving like stranded taxi passengers in a blackout. And those bricks she's tossing up. It's not just missed shots. It's missed opportunities, missed growth, missed awareness. Every drive into the paint looks like a construction hazard. Fans are holding their breath, not in anticipation, but out of fear someone's going to get knocked out by a rebound ricocheting off the glass. Some are even begging her to sit out again, just to make the game watchable. But maybe we're being too harsh. Maybe this is all the grand experiment. Maybe Angel Reese isn't here to play basketball. Maybe she's here to challenge our entire perception of what basketball is. Maybe she's a performance artist disguised as a power forward. Or, more likely, maybe she's stuck in the delusion that stat padding on a losing team makes you great. Except you can't pad stats if they're not soft. They're jagged, hostile, like if raw numbers could slap you in the face. And remember, this time last year, she was being compared to Caitlin Clark. But when Clark has a bad game, she still drops 11 points, 6 assists, and 4 boards in foul trouble. When Reese has a bad game, she sets statistical backfires. And then, of course, there's the media brigade. The moment someone criticizes her, out comes the chorus. Asterisk, she's young. She's learning. Give her time, asterisk, that's cute. Except there are other rookies in the league who are learning too. The difference is, their stat sheets don't look like a calculator malfunction. This isn't about being young. It's about refusing to grow. It's about entering the league with more tweets than tools, and thinking confidence alone can carry you when the numbers tell a very different story. Let's be honest. This isn't just about missed layups or ugly box scores. It's about a player who seems more invested in social media swagger than footwork drills, and it's showing. You can see it in the body language. The sulking, the eye rolls, the slumped shoulders. It's like watching a teenager get grounded from their phone, frustrated, moody, and absolutely checked out. Where's the fire? Where's the accountability? You think getting outplayed by players without shoe deals might spark some humility. Instead, we get the same recycled bravado with none of the game to back it up. If confidence without competence were a sport, Angel Reese would be an undisputed MVP. And we haven't even touched asterisk on the defense. Actually, what defense? Watching her rotate is like watching someone casually walk past the action. There's a drive to the basket. Good luck, sis. Someone's wide open for 3? Let me strike a pose for the cameras real quick. Her help defense is so delayed, even dial-up internet is laughing. It's like she's allergic to contesting shots, and when she gets blown by, she jogs back like she's out for a scenic walk in the park. And I hate to say it. Honestly, I wish her stats were better. I wish we could say, asterisk, yeah, she's got the hustle and the numbers to match. Asterisk, then we could talk about her being in the same league, figuratively and literally, as Caitlin Clark. But let's keep it real. She's not doing anyone any favors putting up stat lines that look like typos. Sure, she's a solid rebounder. She can clean the glass like nobody's business. But here's an idea. Grab the board, and then asterisk pass the ball asterisk. That's all it takes to rack up assists. You don't have to force a shot every trip down the court. You could be a double-double machine with rebounds and dimes. But instead, we get a one-woman show that's short on highlights and heavy on headaches. And fans, they're slowly, painfully waking up. These are the same people who once flooded social media screaming asterisk Reese season.